Hi guys, Mr. Jaeger here, and welcome back to our front, and also welcome back to our full screen, yay! I didn't realise it until I was looking at the editor that unfortunately the bloody video footage, because I think what happened was OBS kind of flipped a bit, and it resulted in the screen just going slightly up, so, and me being a pleb didn't notice that until, of course, after I'd recorded. But, regardless, we did a bunch of things, primarily economic sort of thing. We tried to get some intelligence about our new foe, and it turns out that the Io Utsunomiya, yeah, hang on, let me try and get this right. Io Utsunomiya, there we go, have basically taken out our previous foe, and have gone a little bit hard-ass. We launched an attack, which was successful, finger quote, not really. We won the battle, but it resulted in us having to withdraw, so I'd say it was in more or less a stalemate towards their victory. So we have dealt them a serious blow, but we are back and ready, and better still, we have guns! We have guns. The port that we can now construct, the Nanban trade port, is now possible. Better still, we can convert to Christianity, I assume, when we build the port. So annoyingly, we're going to have to build this port, and then eventually, sometime down the line, we may have to destroy said port so we can actually build it back on Buzen, who can actually build, if I'm not mistaken, there is a building here which allows us to have better accuracy for our troops, which would be lovely. But basically it means that the units here are like better equipped to have that, but regardless, yes, it is a good day. So we're about to launch an attack in the next turn. Beyond, right, can I do anything with you? That wouldn't be a bad idea. Though it's dangerous. But you're a new dude, so if you fail, you fail. You don't! And you rank up. What a ledge. What a ledge. So our new shinobi, Ronin disguise, that'll be useful. Substitution, but then again, a boastful samurai. Nice. Right, so extra subterfuge for you, and to a degree, I will give him that. So 2 skills on that, so hopefully he should be able to be somewhat good at sabotaging and fucking things over, which is useful. So, in our dear year, we're going to go into the next turn. So, our opponents cannot move, and we'll have the advantage to attack them. They won't have the ability to, because we outnumber them by shitload to 1, which is a very important thing. And better still, we have a higher level general. And finally, I kind of think this is awesome, because we have guns. The guns will take the point, obviously. And like I did so many years ago, and I'm so glad I did, I converted our clan to Christianity. Now, this will mean that the rest of the campaign map is going to pretty much be a ball ache, because we're going to convert Christians all over the place. Which is going to be a problem for them. But that's not my problem. We are going to convert this godless place for the wonders of Christianity. And more importantly for me, the wonders of cannon and firearms. Prying on the weak. Weekenda. What will we get? Dreaded force. Oh, wow. That'll be awesome. I just... Sadly, I don't think we can take it in 6 turns. I'd love to, but I don't think we can. We're also building as well. We're upgrading the stronghold and the farms around the provinces so we can increase our monetary gain as well as our food gain. Because as always, whenever it comes to working these sort of things... Ooh. Hello, Nanban. And we're basically going to start converting the populace to Christianity. Because we are going to become Christian. That is the thing we're doing. Charge! You cowards! Actually, that was to be expected, I'll be honest with you. They only have a fort, though, and we have a fuckload of troops. Can I make it a little easier? Oh, you bet I can. Please win. Please win. I tend to skip these because I tend to be more lucky when I skip them. Please don't die. No, knowing my luck, he's probably going to, Yes, get in, lad! Get in, lad! Oh, I love you! You are a legend! Have fun! The gates are open, and our victory can, to a degree, be guaranteed. Let's do this. Oh, hello. It's a new fort. Oh, and we've just opened the gates. For anyone wondering why the maps look so suddenly more interesting, I downloaded a mod which allows us to have a more variety when it comes to attacking. I suddenly realized there's a place for me to put cannon. Very curious as to how this will work, because the map doesn't really tell me much, but it looks good. I like this. No, but basically, in my mod collection, which you can see down in the link description below. Oh, dude! It's one of those forts. So, yeah, basically, I've got a map. I've got a collection of mods which all work together, and you can get it too, which gives you these maps mods.
My lord, our ninja have sabotaged the gates.
We go from English to...
陳氏木工が有益な時もある。例えば開戦の直前、一時心に静寂が必要じゃ。敵軍にもはや逃げ道はない。ここで戦うか全滅するか。追い詰められた獣は危険だが、恐るるに足らん。我が敵軍の力は弱い。それゆえにお主らは見くびっておるかもしれんが、それは間違いじゃ。奴らもれっきとした侍ぞ。命令はただ一つ。この城を落とすことじゃ。たやすいとは思わぬが、必ずできるはずじゃ。よいか。相手が生き延びて己が死ぬのはたわけ者じゃ。わしの配下にいるのはたわけ者ではない。侍じゃ。
I miss our old speeches. Right, so apparently I could go into the ocean, which sounds hilarious. Okay, so this is one of the new maps, which actually looks pretty damn cool. So, oh, that actually does look fucking awesome. Not gonna lie. So the enemy seems to have withdrawn. Oh, and it worked because of the... Ah! Oh, I miss these games. Oh, I love you. I love you, love you, love you. Right, so be it... Okay, so our glorious soldier has done a fantastic job. Right, here we go. Can I move these guys? Oh, I can. You know I can. Okay, so we do have an archer supremacy in this this particular field. And we also have... oh, about the same range, aren't they? You have the same range as you. Yeah, that makes sense, because they're... Just because they're slightly better bowmen does not mean that they have a better range. Right. The only problem is that is going to be in range of a lot of dudes, unfortunately. Much luck. What's your range? Oh, it's the same. I mean, these guys are... And they have volley fire. Good. Oh, I cannot wait. I'm going to try and make it so that one of my armies, at least one of my armies, is dominated by matchlock and does not have a single bow with them. Because it's like, I'm a modern clan. We do modern things here. It's also quite nice because it kind of... It makes more sense to see a castle like this, because not every castle in Japan was a big brand fortress with a tencho and all that jazz. It could have just been simply this, where the Lord has that. And I like that. Alright, so our opponents are... And also, they're all clustered up, which is lovely. Right. Bowman. Move up. I don't know what the effective range is on this, but we'll try and... I don't know if we can pop this with fire. I don't think we can. That could be a problem. But hopefully, if we're cautious, which, to be honest with you... If you roll over to the there-ish, maybe... I mean, the enemy does have bows. They will be able to shoot back at us. But hopefully they'll be stupid and deploy their bows in the background. I mean, all of these gates are enterable. But the issue is, ironically, despite this being a low-grade fort, this is going to cost me. Because, as you can see, the amount of causeways that I have available to attack are limited. So even though they're not that impressive, my guys are going to have to run across here, up through here, down into these very tight gangways. Oh, wait, what? You serious? Wait, so did they suffer... Wait, what? There's some dead bodies over there. What the fuck? And they're bows. Did they, like, lose people? Has to have been. There's Katana Samurai, which is a problem. Taking this place is going to be a bitch. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's going to be a bitch. But they did! They legit did take casualties. That's ridiculous. Holy Christ. Yeah, we're not exactly on the swimmingly good department of loads of troops, I'll be honest with you. Yeah. Maybe if we're lucky, we can force those guys to withdraw out, but I think all of these guys are probably fighting in their... Are we in range of them? Probably. I just want to get some cheeky shots in. Wait until you're in range. I had hoped we could get a field battle going, but sadly not. Have fun! It's better that those be the samurai who has shots. As per usual, it doesn't actually count that they're in range or not. Are they bow? No, they're the retainers. If I had some siege equipment, those mangadels actually could prove to be useful now. I might grab one at some point. I've never needed the mangadels in all my time playing Shogun 2. Like, I've played this game a fair amount like back in the day when I really started playing Total War seriously, like, well, playing campaigns and stuff. I always, right, wait until all of you in range before I let you fire. Just so that way you're all set up to go. Please, all of you be in range. Nope. Right, you hopefully should be in range. Fire! Come on, all of you. How are you not in range? There we go. Bloody hell. Ouch. Oh my god. There's something oddly satisfying about watching a whole unit just melt away. Like watching that number go down. Oh my god. This goes to show what kind of advantage a ranged advantage has. That's it. Roll your general up. That's it. Right in the range of every single one of my bows. Fire! All those dudes. Oh, and all of them are firing. Oh my god, this is going to be beautiful. Jesus Christ. Like, imagine being from their perspective. All those bows. Jesus Christ. It's like a machine gun. It's seriously like the Gatling gun. Some guys...
Their general has fallen. A cutting blow.
Yeah, no shit. A piercing blow, you mean? And this one guy. Was one guy. What dumbass will come over to say hello next? By all means, keep doing this. Send your troops up. I don't care. Unfortunately, their bow Ashigaru is now going to be in range. No? No one? No one's coming to say hi. I will say those horses are very lucky. I have a range supremacy, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to lose said range supremacy. Stop. Oh, those. This is gonna suck, or it's not gonna suck. Are you gonna get cheeky side shots? I hope so. Oh, hello. Are they gonna shoot? No, they're not in range, but they do have those guys in range. Hey, if I can reduce the fighting number of the enemy to only be those bow units, the bow units will still suck in combat. The issue, of course, is I don't have much troops. Ready? Oh, they got their samurai retainers. Alright, on your marks. Get set. Boya! You're in fucking range! Oh my god. The walls are breaking down. How fucking I've got so much fire literally pouring out. Oh my god. I've set the fucking wall on fire. It's gonna explode. Oh my god. I didn't realize it'd be that fucking good. Ceasefire. Teppo. Now is your time to shine. For the first time in our campaign, we'll be seeing gunpowder units taking form and taking flight. As the gunpowder first strikes its light. I'm so going to take advantage of mass bow, like, holy bugger balls. You know? Like, even if I take casualties, I'm going to roll around here, set this fucking wall on fire, because if that's what happens... Ah, they're shooting back at him now. Return fire. Right, withdraw. That's not a useful engagement. Also, you guys withdraw. Where's the recharge on this? 2 minutes, okay. Alright. I have an idea. It's a dumb idea, but it's a good idea. Right, walk. Reform around here. I think I've got a new strategy coming, and it's looking good. Like, unfortunately, we're going to have to delay our tactics getting in there, because obviously I don't have the troop... They have the melee advantage, whereas I have the ranged advantage. So in order to truly benefit from that, I would have to... I'm going to take advantage of having a ranged advantage, and use my ability to set fire to that set fire to the wall, as well as the gatehouse. Once we have the ability to do that, we will suffer casualties. Right. But if we can set fire to the gatehouse and the walls, it's going to suck because you're going to take casualties, but this is the whole point. Right, we'll get the general as well, just to inspire them. And this will be where... If we could set fire to that wall, I'll tell them to target those Boashigaru. It's gonna suck. They're gonna take damage. Hopefully you'll all be in fucking range. Ready. Fire! Oh, wow, look at that. That's going to take damage, hopefully. You on fire? Couple barrages worth. Set fire to the wall. I think we set fire to the wall. Yes, we have in fact set fire to the wall. Yes! Oh, brilliant. Gain that archery supremacy, please. I will have a firepower advantage. We're taking casualties, which sucks. But if we can take out their katana samurai, we may finally get the opportunity to start shooting at those dudes. It only seems to work on a small part where you concentrate all the fire, but I like the fact that I can set fire to the walls. Right, roll up. You may fire at will as soon as you get into range. Teppo. You will do the same because we've gained archer supremacy on this one. We have our elevated position at least. Our guys are taking heavy casualties. I mean, I figured we were going to take casualties, but if we can unload as much as we can, get the generals behind them to keep rallying them up. Unleash hell, boys. Knocking out that katana samurai is going to do wonders. Right, we've won this fire supremacy. Now we need to destroy as much as we can of those bastards behind the walls. Hammer their positions. Don't allow them to have any kind of advantage. No volley fire? No volley fire. Alright, pull back. Oh, don't tell me you're out of ammo. You are. Fuck. You do not have much ammo. Right. Samurai. Pull back. Here we go, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Concentrate fire on those. Set fire to that gay house. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, they're all on fire. Yes! Come on, explode, explode, explode. Yes, that's going to be beautiful. That's going to be beautiful. Oh my god! Dwarfed! We've done it. We've done a shitload of damage. Those samurai retainers are getting fucked over. Those other dudes are getting fucked over. And all my dudes, I mean, we've taken casualties, unfortunately. Right, fire on those dudes if you can. We have to reduce their numbers on the far side. They've got bow samurai and I've got more melee troops, technically, but... You're doing a fantastic service. We're suffering heavy casualties because of losing troops, but we are fighting them and doing as much damage as we can. Bastards are cowering in there. We probably have a roughly equal in terms of melee, but keep unloading.
Our units has used all its ammunition, my lord.
Keep firing. Keep firing and keep doing. Everyone needs to keep firing and shooting until every single one of those, until everyone's fired their shots. And then the Teppo can have a go. We have done a very good job. Like, bearing in mind, guys, we've actually reduced quite a significant number of the enemy's forces. And unfortunately, some of these guys are actually... Right. You can fall back. Right, wait until you've withdrawn. Hold fire. Wait until everyone...
Grave danger, my lord.
Right, withdraw a bit. Actually, no, use the ditch for cover. Use the ditch for cover. Fire! Do well, you magnificent bastards. You have ammo? Yeah, it looks like you're out of ammo. Or not. Now they got their fucking bow samurai now. Right. Bow. Yep, you're good. Right, withdraw. You're doing some damage. Jesus Christ, that fucking castle is hitting hard. Right. Cavalry will have to withdraw soon because we can't risk losing them. Right, withdraw. Good fighting, withdraw. Right, let's go. I mean, their army units have taken sufficient damage, but they're going to fight to the end, regardless of what we do. And unless we do some serious manpower destructions, we've just taken a lot. No, I mean, we've done a significant amount of damage to their castle, and we've destroyed a fairly large portion of their archer corps, but I don't think... I'm going to suffer way too many casualties taking this place, and if they have another army in reserve, then I'd rather have something of an army left. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to withdraw. You know, my archers have won a fucking glorious damaging victory, but we need to win away... We need to withdraw so I can then come back. Oh, the fires have stopped as well. Lol. Because, I mean, the damage the enemy have taken here is substantial. We've killed one of their generals, which is not going to be easily replaced. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to withdraw and then lay siege to them so they don't have an option to, like, attack again, if that makes any sense. So they may have a turn of replenishment, potentially, but if we're lucky, then we'll just put them under siege, and they won't have that turn of replenishment, which means then I can lay siege to them, and then their garrison will have to do the same thing. My guys will have ammo again, and then I can do the same shit as before. Whereas they won't have the ability to replace those losses, whereas I kinda do. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Because the thing is, if we were to attack this, my guys would be funneled into these kill zones. They do still have Katana Samurai, and a decent number of them to make mincemeat of my Yari. Then, we have to deal with all of their other Yari Ashigaru who were more or less undamaged. Then, of course, we've got to deal with the multiple units of Bow Ashigaru and Bow Samurai who are still undamaged. Whereas my guys, I've not got enough troops to really overwhelm them with sheer numbers. So, unless I have siege equipment, which would make this whole shindig a lot easier, because I could just pop a shell here, I could pop a shell here, and here, reducing their numbers by a significant portion. I could also use the Mangadels to set fire to these guys over here. So a lot of these dudes would suffer heavy damage. So, what instead I'm going to do is I'm going to give them the benefit of a, well, I hit you pretty hard, but not the thing is we'd win a victory, and despite what the balance bar says, they have the defender's advantage, and these maps are designed very well, so they're going to do a lot of damage. We were able to fuck over their castle though, so I'm proud of that, and I'm also proud of the damage we have done. Like, unfortunately, we haven't been able to see how many casualties they inflicted, but I know they have only inflicted like maybe a quarter of what they've taken, because again, general, they've lost their general. That's not easily replaced, as well as a large chunk of their Katana Samurai, as well as a large chunk of their garrison forces. So it'll take time for them to replenish, and I'm not going to give them that time. Only downside is, unfortunately, some of my Ashigaru units have suffered quite badly, so I may have to combine a few of them to make more units, though, which does suck. But that said, I think we've done a pretty good job. I'm happy to withdraw from this. It sounds weird. I don't like withdrawing, but I'd rather do that and have an army than not and lose the army. And win, but, you know, to lose the castle. You know, it's the whole mutually assured destruction thing. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until every one of my dudes are at least equally, are all equally there, so we don't suffer any unfair deaths due to withdrawal. Seems silly, but if we all withdraw at the same time, then the game won't fuck us over with like, oh, by the way, because there were troops on the map still. Nudge up a bit to the front. Right. Right. And now everyone withdraw at the same time.
All hope is failing, my lord. The battle is almost done.
Right, there we go. We've withdrawn. And that's fine. We've won. Well, yeah, cost the enemy victory. So, the enemy casualties they suffered are far horrible, far worse than what we've suffered. So, we lost nearly 1,000, but they lost double that. Looks like we didn't suffer any unfair casualties either. That's fine. Ah, shit. Can't do anything this turn. It's fine. But look at the casualty figures they got. They've lost 2 generals and a fuckload of troops. They are going to replenish 19 turns, 20. So again, their replenishment isn't even going to be that much. My guys won't be able to replenish, which does suck, but it isn't as bad. Question, do I get more accuracy? Am I? No, that sucks. Let me guess. That's just reload rate. Motherfuckers. We are going to get... Oh, that's what I was getting. Yes. That's the thing I was wanting. Plus 50 extra ammo. That would have been super fucking handy now. Not going to lie. Oh, no, people aren't too happy. I'm guessing because of the war being lost. Yeah, probably. But that said, we're doing fine. Right, anyways, let's end this turn. We've done good. Regardless of how people would have perceived that battle, we actually did pretty good. We've won the day on terms of casualties. And I'm going to turn around and be like, right, you fuckers are going to get a nice slap in the face when I come back. Because you're going to only replenish, like, what, 20 dudes? I'm going to come back with a fuckload more archers, and I'm going to throw more shells in your direction. Better still, your losses will never be replenished as fast as my losses will. The only issue, of course, is I still have to get in the castle and win the day. But if I can reduce their numbers from the outside by a large margin, then that'll be it. It's a shame I was sent so far from the castle, but it's not the end of the world. My guy just needed a dip in the pot. Like, he just needed to have a dip in the water. It's like, I got something in my foot. Then I wash it out with some salt water. Oh, crap. I just realized I forgot to introduce it. Oh, crap. Sorry. Konnichiwa, watashi no amai wa Jaeger desu. San desu. Or desu. I completely forgot to introduce it like that. Fuck! Damn it, I've been so busy. I was like, hi guys, I'm back doing English language. No. Right, okay, so... Attack! Lay siege. I can't do anything in the castle, can I now? Fuck! Forgot to do that. Right, well, it's fine. Okay, so we've now got more farming, which means more money is going into our forces, which is nice. And better still, we've got a 4th slot coming up, which is great, because that's going to become a church. All that said, no, we will be good. It is not going to be anything except a church. That's going to provide extra... That's going to be lovely. Minus 30% costs. That's a nice Namban trade ship we got there. Oh, that's going to be so painful. Ooh, that's something I have to buy. That's gonna make life a lot easier. I'm gonna be using Nanban trade ships like nobody's business. So hopefully. Okay, well we know we're not at war with the right, left, so let's go to the right. English language was never my first. You can see I'm trying to say it in Japanese. No, we are gonna need to do. So that's IO. So the enemy have. Still, oh good, I knocked out their main bow Ashigaru units. That's very good. So all they've got is 2 normal bow Ashigaru units, plus, so they only have 3 units of bow Ashigaru, whereas I have got more than that. Right, so I've had to combine a few of my Ashigaru units, as well as unfortunately my matchlock Teppo. I'm going to have to hold back on using them in the future. They're great for frontline service, but not great for siege attacks. Which could be a problem if I ever go to attack a castle. I may need to have bows when it comes to attacking castles. But maybe I won't. Maybe I'll have to just keep them under siege and then force them out onto the field, which makes it a little easier to attack. But then it kind of negates the whole... But hey, it means I have to think on my head when it comes to attacking places, rather than just the usual, oh, I've done this castle 300 times, I know exactly the weak points. It just makes it more varied. It consciously makes me think, right, I can't just have it my way. It's a shame I couldn't get IO to open up those gates again, but to be honest with you, it's not about getting the gates, it's about killing the troops. Anyway, so we're going to kind of... East Tosa... I'm going to have a turn of laying them under siege, because if maybe by the gods themselves we could perhaps force them onto the field, they don't have the melee advantage that they used to. So maybe what we can do is perhaps force them out onto the field, making my job a lot easier to take them out. If not, I can just do the same shit that we did before. Obviously, I won't bore you guys to tears with that. So what we'll do instead is I'll basically just pause the recording and I'd basically play through the particular battle up to the point where I feel it's necessary to record it once again, and then we could potentially consider launching an attack on the castle and nuking it from afar. Looks like Io's trying to send some reinforcements over. Not a bad shout, but I would have required a lot more troops than just that. We're not going to be able to take the other castles, though. No shit. No way. Eager to serve. You know what? Yeah, let's have another general. I am up for another general. Oh, another clan's gone. The Iko-Iki! Oh, snap! Excuse me. Those bastards. Well, it's a sign. Christianity is going to be on the rise, and these pricks are going to go down. Oh my god. Normally the Iko-Iki are like... To be honest with you, I found that they were rather hilarious, because the Iko-Iki were trolls. If memory serves correctly, from the historical aspect, the Iko-Iki were... they were a conglomerate of, like, different warrior monks. Like, they were basically one of the many warrior monk clans who were operating in Japan in that period. And, true to their fucking word, the Iko-Iki were very trolly. Oh, hello. They're Katana Samurai. I kind of wish I could, like, tell them... I wish I could tell them to, like, get corrupted or whatever, because I would love a... I would love a, Oh, we've got a new general. Yeah, of course. Right, I am going to have you... Actually, to be honest with you, you're in a very good place, because I can then potentially start recruiting more troops. We are in autumn, unfortunately, which is not good. Question. They can't replenish their troops. They only have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have many more. I think we could perhaps launch an attack. Because then we could... But the problem is these armies are going to be inside the territory. They could send more reinforcements, and I wouldn't have much time to replenish. No, so what I will do... We'll save as well, because the important thing is to save. We are probably going to... I'm probably going to launch the attack, and then get midway through the attack when we finally launch our main force. So what I'm going to pause recording here, and I will see you... Excuse me, my system wants to be an arse. We'll basically get back to the attack once I've begun to seriously do some damage, and do more of the same. So I will see you then. And we're back. And so basically what I've done is I have done pretty much the same tactic as I did before. Had most of my army just stand there looking menacing as Christ, whilst all my real soldiers are going to be pushing in. I decided to commit the yari samurai. If I had a yari samurai, I would be in the love right now. But what we need to do is gain a foothold, which allows my yari ashigaru, as I was going to say, to come through. I've got 2 bow on standby to like pop any shots in necessary direction, which looks like I'm going to have to now. Because it looks like they're committing their garrison forces. Annoyingly, the pathfinding in this area isn't exactly perfect. Pop him. Run through, run through. Sounds stupid, but bear with. We have to gain a foothold here. Go, go, go. Right.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, my lord.
The good thing is, because my dudes are samurais, they are quite strong. But obviously, I don't have the benefit of a shitload of ammo, nor a shitload of benefits. But I do have the benefit of a shitload of troops. And once you... Oh dear. Oh, Ashigaru. The Bow Samurai. That's what I was worried about. They're going to do some damage. Right. Ashigaru, Yari, withdraw. Kind of wish I could pop shots with my Teppo, but I don't think I can do that. You guys withdraw. You guys charge this side now. Rush this side now. Right, Yumi, regroup over here. You guys keep attacking. Good job. Now it's your job. One of you, take out that fucking gatehouse. You guys, chill. Set fire to that fence, that gate. Rest of you, go chill. Actually, make your way into this area. I had a feeling you'd take casualties, which is why this is the part of the battle that I was more afraid of. But the fact that we nuked a lot of their troops is going to serve wonders. Oh, we got the gate. We got the gate. We got the gate. Go. Toss the fire. It's gonna suck, I know, but you have to break through. Come on. Go! 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 Oh fuck, they're taking heavy casualties and they've got... Well, they've only got one Katana Samurai now. Break through the line! Also, you, round the rear line. Go knock out that castle. Right, one of you leaders, move up. Help support. See if we can climb that fort wall, maybe. Try and get in the rear of that. Try and help punch a hole through. Right, infantry move up. Or cavalry move up. Right, more pressure is being put on those guys, so punch a hole through. Same goes with you guys. If you can break through, knock out that castle gate. Then we could perhaps knock out the remaining... have those guys push on through. And then knock out those remaining Yari Ashigaru units. Are you actually hitting the target? Some of them are. Get closer, come on. Oh, is it on fire? Yep, it's on fire. Brilliant. In you go, come on. Always another way. Fuck it. Charge through, charge through. Punch a hole through those fucks. There's more of us than there are of them.
My lord, a glorious victory will soon be yours.
Charge! Yumi Samurai can go take care of those dudes. General, enter through. Those Boashigar are going to get hammered royally. This is going to be fucking awesome. Rear charge, bitches! One of you guys push up that way. Push up that way. Go, go, go. Nuke that archer core. Go, 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 go. Run through, run through. That's it, boys. Good job, good job. You lads, take over from their job. Your job is to help nick both those two areas and capture the castle. Right, we've got the tower. Great. Now you can start shooting at those dudes. 45 seconds till we've captured the castle. Great job. Alright. We're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing very good, to be honest with you. Like, unfortunately, we did suffer some pretty nasty casualties in the form of my infantry, but I think that's it. That's them gone. Castle's ours. This was a bitch to take. That, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This was a bitch to take. I mean, the thing was, we suffered quite heavy casualties on the actual intake. But the important thing was we were able to annihilate another another attack, which meant that we could do a shitload of damage. So we did lose nearly, again, we lost 1,000 dudes, but we actually made up for that by knocking out 2k plus their generals and capturing the settlement, which is important. Now, of course, comes the problem of having to deal with the remaining soldiers, but again, that's going to be something to deal with the future worries. So, you know, we did good. We've done good. And better still, it's coming over to winter now. So, come the winter period, there'll be nice 3 months of hell for them, which is going to be a joy. Which is going to be oh so lovely. Oh, and it looks like the Miyoshi are at war with the IO as well, which is handy. I'm not going to lie. I'm happy with that. Marco seems to be doing something. Or Mako. So far, I think, out of the main big factions, we've lost the Takeda, we've lost the... Actually, no, before we do that, we'll have a look at all... Well, I suppose we don't have the option to see all those big factions, but out of the main big factions, we've lost the Shimazu, the Ikoiki, the Date, the... I'm thinking the Takeda as well. I think also we've lost a shitload of other stuff. That was what I was worried about. Assholes. I had a feeling something like this would happen. And that's why we don't have... I might grab some Metsuke and try and see how much it costs to hire those dudes. Because they're going to lose, but... Yeah. Attack by fire! Yay! Wait, no, I've got Heaven and Earth. Yes! Fan-fucking-tastic. Also, Powder Maker would be useful. Not gonna lie. Then again, that would also be useful. Well, yeah, fuck it. We're going down that line. Oh, damn it. Right. That's 15 turns because I need 7 on that and that. Right, we're going for that because then we can establish ourselves fully. And if we have the ability to sustain an economy, then we could build the more offensive units. Right. Trading post. Actually, no, we won't fix that because we need that. What instead we will build... Oh, we've got another foot archery range. Lovely. They'll repair themselves, but big issue here. Right, we need to get a Metsuke. Where is my Metsuke? There's my Metsuke. How is the settlement faring? Ah, not good. I'm assuming if I leave said settlement, they won't be happy, but I think we manage it. You can overwatch this settlement. Can I recruit another one? No. Fuck. Well, no, we could do that though. I could totes do that. Get more Metsukes out there to keep the peace. We're gonna need churches as well soon, because obviously, you know, we are gonna become Christians, and it's gonna be a bitch to hold. At least for the initial stages. I want to make this entire island Christian, so that way we can be a lovely little a bastion of Christianity against whatever kind of crap we deal with it before. I know we've only just taken it though. That's the issue. Devastation is caused by raiding. Fuck it, I'm gonna have to repair these. Try and repair it. How are we doing now? Devastation's still there, but it's going to go away. Resistant to invaders. Protected 4. Tax burden. If I don't tax this region, how much money do I lose? About 200. That's not the end of the world, and the people are going to be happy. Whereas they're going to run away though. We'll try and see if we can get a Metsuke to go talk to those guys and maybe try and tell them to not be so arsey towards us. I don't know. Ninja, I want you to do reconnaissance on the next settlement. Ah, that's a fortress. And they've got a siege engineers and a sword school. God damn, that's a castle. And that looks to be the last castle that the Io have against us. They have stoneworks. Well, of course they would. We're going to need a siege engineers workshop after this. Shit balls. And a siege engineers would be lovely. Right, question. Encampment. What can that do? It provides minus that. Also replenishment. Jujutsu hunting lodge. What does that do? Accuracy of recruiting land units. Extra accuracy. That's pretty useful, especially if I'm in an especially if, for example, we have it in East Tosa, where we have the Fletchers, which can provide extra accuracy. Plus, that's not a bad shout, to be honest with you, which I'm liking. I'm liking a lot. Right, so... they're happy at the moment, which is good. I might move him over to West Tosa to keep him... or East Tosa. And then, depending on how much money we make... we're getting some replenishment, though, so... we won't be too long before this army is going to be all psyched and ready to go, which will be useful. Alright, let's save, because I think we need to save. We've not done too bad, I'd say. We just need to push on and maybe grab a bit more territory. There we go. Nice clicking. Right, the next big sort of phase, finger quote, that we need to do is somehow grab their big castle. Now, I have a feeling I'm going to need siege equipment if we're going to start seriously contemplating assaulting a ginormous castle like that. That, or we can just resort to sieging them out. But even still, that army they've got inside looks a little bit menacing. And I'd rather not risk losing a fuckload of troops, even to a field battle. So if I can do a kind of ballsy attack move and launch some kind of aggressive attack on their castle, then maybe we could cause a bit of discomfort for the enemy. More raids? Trade Ichigo. Let me guess. Ichigo's gone. Fuck. Okay. Right, who can we trade with? I can trade with the Sogo, but I'm going to attack them. Yoshi. Are they on the mainland? No, they're not. They are actually... Well, they are on the mainland, but they're not. Ichinoima. They're all... Okay, so we're going to have to be careful. We can't really trade very well. Right. You've just been detected. It's fine. Metsuke, I need you to move over to here to keep the peace. And what can I do with this? Pirate lair, extra tariffs, or... I might just do the trade tariffs, if that's the case. What kind of army do they have? I kind of would love to know. I mean, it's an entirely large garrison, so one would assume that they have a garrison of fire bombers and oh god, they're getting stables as well. That's not good. They're all pissed off though. Maybe if I sabotage the siege engineers workshop, maybe we can cause some problems for them. Because they seem very pissed off, which means if we're lucky, we could perhaps cause them to... oh, thank fuck for that. Awesome. Come on, rank up, rank up. Yes! He has almost gotten enough rank to be able to do that, but what we are going to do, sabotaging that, and sabotaging armies, or go down that. What's this? Subterfuge when it comes to assassinating. Maybe come down towards that, because then we can get more. That's cool, but again, that'd be useful as well. But no, so basically now, if we do that, the devastation's going to piss the people off, which could result in them... Yeah, they're really angry. And it looks like their province supply, because we've taken Ayo, has caused a lot of problems. That's good. I need that. We need that war. I think post roads may be important as well. Because damn, that would be useful. Artisans, paper mills, or that would be useful. But what more important buildings do we need to construct over here? Because we do have the option to recruit more buildings. I'm going to build a stronghold here. As it's our home province, and we need to upgrade it a little bit. But that said, if we go to East... You know what? No, we need to go to East Tosa, because this area is enemy territory, and the enemy army could just pop along to here. So East Tosa is going to get upgraded. But we can afford to do this with the food, because that's the useful thing about having the Terrence thing. Right, I'm going to keep one more turn inside this territory. So we are going to suffer some raids, unfortunately, but that's just part and parcel, which sucks. Look, don't get me wrong, it sucks. But at the same time, if we can try and perhaps turn the tide a little bit, maybe we can force the enemy to... Hopefully there'll be a rebellion in this Ukenya, and that will allow us to perhaps start moving towards the likely prospect of a siege, plus also I could just sabotage the ever-loving Christ out of Ukena, and then eventually force the Ukenan people to rebel, and maybe even take the province. So we end up not even needing to take the province ourselves, but by sheer dint of them being a rebel faction, we can just be like, yep, fuck you, got this castle, it's ours now, and then sabotage it to buggery. But at the moment, because they've got so many other troops, no, you've moved those guys closer. Yes, we're aware. Okay, so their armies are over there, that's important, but... Okay, they finally have calmed down, unfortunately. Which is not good. Shit. Oh, I would have been able to bribe those two. Bollocks. The Shore, okay. Who are the Shore? Ah, they're on the mainland. Good.
Please, speak honestly, and I will give you good attention.
I will pay you... Not 1,000, God. 200? Okay, so apparently you can't. I'm not exactly a big fan of that. Right, well, we tried negotiating with these fucks, but it looks like we can't actually do anything except kill them. And they're chill with me not being there. That's good to know. But we'll have this to make the people super happy. Wish they would surrender. Right, make your way towards the front. Right, one more turn till we get the Christians coming through. We're going to have the Engineer's Workshop get fucked over again. Fantastic. They're going to be super pissed. I'm going to keep having that thing where they're super pissed. And then in the next turn, we're going to try and sabotage a few more of their buildings as well. So it'll be like ba-bam, ba-bam. What I'll probably do is get to here, sabotage those two buildings so they can't produce stuff, and then force them to have a rebellion. And then that way, life will be so much easier. I'm a little curious to see as to how we're going to do that, but you know what? One more turn, and then I think we'll probably wrap things up for the episode. So, we've made some more progress. Unfortunately, it's not a giant, we're not jumping leaps and bounds ahead of one another, but we are about to, begin getting the absolute important things known as the tepos. And they will do a number on the enemy morale. That is a definite confirmation there. Which is important, because obviously knocking them for 6 is what we need to do to break the will of the Ukenians as well, the Ios, as our forces begin to march towards a victory in the west. Once we've secured the western half of the island, we can then completely turn our attention to securing the rest of the Shikoku. But obviously, the issue will now not only just be, oh, Shikoku needs to be secured, it's also, we also need to secure the Christianity side of things, because once my family goes Christian, nobody will talk to us. And it'll kind of suck for a while, but you never know. And that's a big army. Where in the fuck did that come from? I have nothing to defend against that. All this time I've been focusing on that, and I've now got to return back home. Oh, this is gonna suck ass. Well, guys, it looks like we're about to suffer a big defeat. And have a lot of problems be caused for us. So, the enemy army of... oh, bloody hell. The enemy army has decided... An enemy army decides it wants to attack our forces. We're going to have the benefit of that massive defense force, but no way are we going to hold off against all these troops. If we had more archers, perhaps, but I don't think that's even going to be a prospect. So we're going to have to move our armies back now to secure this line. Fuck's sake. It's a good thing I moved my general out, at least, because we can start recruiting more troops, but fuck mine. It was all going well until you pricks showed up. Ah, I should have bloody looked at that. I should have seen that Nakamura was... Like I should have looked and thought, huh, I no longer have trade with someone. Who was that person? But I thought it was someone on the mainland. Shit. I'll see you guys next